G'day guys. When I ordered my first GB300 handheld around a year ago, it was cheaper to buy two, so I figured I would keep this one as a spare just in case anything happened to my main one. This has lived almost its entire life inside the original box, tucked safely away in a drawer with all my other handhelds, and it would only ever get removed from its box every other month, just so I could make sure the battery was sitting at around 80%. A few days ago, it was battery checking time once again, and I took it out of the box, powered it on, and noticed the screen was quite damaged. It wasn't damaged the last time I looked at it, and it's never been dropped or banged, so I'm a bit disappointed it did self-destruct. Let's take it apart and see what actually failed. I'll start by removing the 4 screws, as well as the battery cover. The battery cover is a little bit tricky to actually take off. Once the screw's removed, I like to jam my screwdriver in there, pressing hard against the little tab, and lifting it up. There we go. You'd normally just squeeze this in, but it is incredibly hard to actually squeeze. Next, we'll just remove the battery. And now we'll just carefully remove the back of the case. Keep in mind, the speaker is wedged in this half of the case, so you don't want to rip it straight off. You want to sort of lift it to the side slightly. Like that. You can see the speaker is attached. And then very gently pry the speaker off the case like that. There was also a small black screw in this white circle, which I have already removed. From here, we'll start by lifting the battery tabs out, because they're usually jammed in. And very carefully flip it over. You don't want to damage the ribbon, although it is already broken. And there is our GB300 disassembled. Try not to touch the inside of the lens with your finger, because it is pretty hard getting smudges and fingerprints off it. We'll flip the screen back over so we can actually see it. Ideally, you would also not touch this screen at all with your fingers, because again, you will get grease or fingerprints on it. With that flipped over, I will wedge the battery back in. That'll do it, and we'll flick it on. So it still powers on. Let's move this screen over a little bit. Don't want to short it out, so I'm not resting on the board itself, just holding it. Now the part that's failed isn't this ZIF connector here. As you can see, touching it does nothing. I have tried reinserting it. Instead, the ribbon has come away from the screen itself. So if I apply pressure, see if I can get it there. So if I squeeze the ribbon slightly here, you can see the lines do go away. There we go, perfectly fixed. But as soon as I let go, they all come back. Something similar happens to the original DMG Game Boys, but they don't have this plastic cover on top, and you can usually run a warm soldering iron over the ribbon to actually fix it. But in this case, not possible. Since applying pressure does actually fix the issue, my first thought was to wedge bits of electrical tape and paper in between the LCD ribbon and the case when putting it back together, but unfortunately the amount of pressure you need to apply was putting way too much stress on the case, and instead the case was just bowing. I was considering buying a replacement screen, but I think instead I will try and order an SF2000 screen, since they are much higher quality, and installing that into this GB300. This is a well-known mod in the GB300 community, so it would be interesting to have a crack at it myself. I'm not entirely sure what caused the ribbon to separate from the LCD in the first place. We have been getting fairly cold weather recently, but I don't think that alone is to blame. Just for comparison, here is the other GB300 that I ordered at the same time, and this one has been thrown around a fair bit. The screen is fairly scratched up. It has been dropped a few times, but it is still in perfect working order. I guess the takeaway here is, no matter how careful you are with your devices, even storing it in the original box safely inside a drawer and not touching it doesn't seem to guarantee it won't break. I think that'll do it for today. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.